Hello, welcome. I am working on getting my chat to come up on my other phone so I can raise the camera up a little bit. And I don't have chat on here yet, or no one's talking. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you today? Thank you for coming. The triplets have been born. They're done. I'm so glad. Hi, Angela. Okay, my internet is not doing good. I'm not going to be able to get chat on that other phone. So, can you all see, let's see, the whole top, bottom, everything? Or is any of it out of frame? Because if I need to, I can raise the camera up, but then I can't see chat. There we go. I think you can see all of that, and I can still see chat. Okay, good. Thank you, Elizabeth. And ignore the mess on my table. I tried to scooch it all out of the way. It didn't work. Cool. Okay, cool, Angela. Thank you for letting me know. Finally, I got this one to come up on the other phone. I'm seeing if I can get chat. There we go. You scooch all the time. I know. I told my husband, I'm like, I'm finally done with these. I can clean the table off. How long it's going to stay cleaned off is a whole other story, y'all. I have 2 more journals planned. So I was going to give a little bit of time for some other people to come in. So how's everybody been doing? Thank you, Angela. They're all finished. I have cheat sheet wrote down over here. Let me pull it over where I can read it of what they contain. Hi, Tina. How are you? Okay, something is not turned down volume-wise. Let me fix that. Oh, this phone works different. I haven't used this phone in so long. Well, at least I'm not echoing. Well, that's because this phone is... I'm doing good, Tina. Boy, there's a lag. As long as there's not a lag on... No, there's a lag on chat. Thank you, Tina. I really do appreciate that. Well, now it is done into 3 separate ones, and they're all 3 completed. They have names. And I now have 5 watching. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this one is being called Iris Rose. Hi, Joe. Thank you for coming. So this is Iris Rose, and Iris Rose is there. I didn't write down the dimensions of this. It's a 6 by 12 envelope, or 9 by 12. So it's pretty much 9 inches by about 6 inches across. A little bit, maybe 5.5 because of the spine. We've got a cover embellishment that I did make out of some metal pieces that I had, and a rose. And we have the little piece here that holds the ribbon on. It is still a fluffy puffy. We got all kind of little journal dangles, which you'll see as we go through. The little dangles I made. And there's also a video on making the dangles. But we got all our little dangles and our embellishments. And there's also on the back a metal piece to hold the back ribbon. We will untie her. And the cover's made out of a napkin. There's the inner. And there's a one large pocket in each of these in the front. I'm going to move this so it's out of the way. These journals have 22 full-size pages in them, 14 partial or smaller pages, 4 envelope pages. Each of those have a tag. There are 14 pockets and tucks. In addition to that, 10 bead dangles with charms. It has handmade coffee dyed paper internet images. And I made the paper clips. So this is a pocket. And it's got a little journaling card. And it's got a tag. And there's one of the little embellishments. And this is one of those partial pages. And it's just a guest check. It's been coffee dyed. Plenty of spaces to journal in. An envelope from Artie Mays, one of her free downloads, a tag, another partial page, and on the back of that is an envelope that I folded up the bottom of, which gave me a tuck spot there and a tuck spot there. Another little bead dangle, plenty of lace and ribbon throughout, a journaling card, and because I didn't want to leave the back totally naked, I put that on there. Plenty of bling to go around. I love the bling. My vintage ladies. Another one of the bead dangles. This is another Artie Mays envelope. She made some tall, skinny envelopes. And I resized it to fit in my journal better. Added some book paper. Added a lady that I found on the internet. And used also her tag. Her skinnier tags. And those are free downloads from artiemays.com. Partial pages. Here's one of the envelope pages with a tag, and it's got that on the back of it, and I stamped a little bird on it to go with this little bird so he wouldn't be lonely. That is also spray inked hand coffee dyed paper. Another little dangle, more bling. This is another Artie Mays envelope, another Artie Mays tag, a different one, and it's got some ladies on it. A tuck spot over here. I put some pearls at the top of that journaling card. Another paper clip with a bead dangle, and these are hidden paper clips that I made. And I'm going to look at chat in just a moment. I see we got some more people that came in. Hi, Mary Jones. Hi, Rain Girl. Thank you, Tina. A partial page again. That's a music paper backed with book paper. And then I added the embellishments. I love butterflies, so you're going to see a lot of butterflies in my journals. Partial page. Another paper clip with one of the lady images on it. And this bead dangle has an angel on it. Oops. It's all twisted up. I don't know what happened to it. It's got a little angel on it. There we go. Now it's right. And then over here, I glued down. I made this. There's a little piece of cardstock, a little journaling card. So I made that image on that page. Blank page with a butterfly, a tuck spot with a tag that's blank on the back, so you plenty of room to journal. Book page with decorated with roses. Another one of those the long pockets with a tag with advertising on it. Both of those are from Artie Mays. Another little bead dangle. This one is attached to the ribbon or the lace. One of my ladies, I put pearls around her. I glued this rose into this paper. I like the bling. I painted the key because I wanted it to stand out a little bit. And there's a journaling card there, blank on the back. This is matte paper that I coffee dyed. Another one of the envelopes with a different lady on it. And another one of those tags. And this one has a heart on it, this little charm. And these can be moved around in the book because it's paper clips. They can be took out and put back, put at the top. So the person, whoever gets this, there's a lot of different things they can do. They also can tuck stuff up under here. So even though I listed it as only so many tuck spots, each of the paper clips adds another tuck or a place to tuck things. So this is one of those envelope pages. I put a journaling card in there and a tag. Decorated, put her on the back side. I love this lady with the green. There's a bird there. Another little charm with a little pearl and some crystals on it. I like the crystals because they sparkle. There she is. And just a butterfly, but still places to journal. Something slipped. I'm checking it. And another little page. This bird is actually cut off of another page that I found, and I cut him off because I liked him. The last pocket or envelope with a journaling card, and I love that teal paper on the back. And then I just glued that down. These are throughout all of them, these tags that I found. I want to say I got them off of Michelle Scott's Facebook group. And here they are again in a little pocket in the back. Another Artie Mae's envelope pocket with a journaling card. And the last little charm in this book's attached to the ribbon. And then we are at the end of this book, and I've added lace around. We have the little dangly lace at the bottom. We have our cover, which was made out of a napkin paper. And I showed that video, how to make the napkin paper. I'm going to tie her back up. And we'll move on after I look at chat. Now, the dogs may bark. My husband was on his way home from the grocery store, and when he comes in, they're going to bark. He was hoping to be home before I went live, but he didn't make it. So I'm just going to set that one off to the back there, and let me check chat, because let's see. Maybe this one's working. Thank you, Mary and Elizabeth. Rain girl, if I didn't say hi. Hi, Mary. Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, so that was that one. Now, we're going to move on to the one I'm calling Camellia Rose. And it is got a pink rose on the front. The fronts are all the same. The napkins are a little different in color, but it's the same pattern. So this is a pink rose, same metal embellishment, same there. And also the one on the back. And she's just as fluffy. And this is why they couldn't stay in one spine, because they would never open. And I see that someone who came in So this one is Camellia Rose. It still has the cover embellishments, one large pocket in the front, 22 full-size pages, 12 smaller pages, 4 envelope pages, 11 pockets and tucks, 10 bead dangles, ribbon closure, and lots of ribbon lace and bling. This is an image I found on the internet for the inside covers. This is the lady represented in this journal. Each one of them has a different lady on this pocket. And there's the pull-out journaling card, and it's, well, I thought it was going to be blank on the back, but you can, there's a little bit of journaling space there. You could even journal over that rose. I put the ribbon tab on it. Here's our first little bead dangle. And this says, God gives you joy on that little paper clip. There's our first bead dangle, lots of journaling space there. More on this side. She's got a little baby. And I put pearls all around her. Some bling and ribbon underneath of that lady. Journaling page there. Some more ladies. One of those glued in envelope pockets that made a tuck pocket or 2 pockets. And I've got those there. Another one of those envelopes with this little dangle here. And that paper clip. An envelope pocket. Now, these were going to be all in one journal, so they're going to be very similar because they were the signatures for one journal, but that journal ended up only opening this far. So I decided that we needed to make a change. Hi, Karen Bott. You are new here. Well, I'm so glad, Karen. I know you from the flock, but you're new here. So I definitely appreciate you coming. And then on this page, we have the 2 hearts. Here we have just this little rose image, which I put flowers. I put pearls around and then put a little bow with a pearl on it. Left her on there and put a little flower. Here we have one of those hidden paper clips and a charm with a heart on it. A lot of bling on this page, but plenty of journaling spaces. We have some lace on that side and this side. More pearls around her in the pink. I used pink to make the corners on this page, and we have 2 tags in here. And I'm looking at the backs because, and I'll explain now, this one, hang on, let me put this one back in here. This, when I got my Alabama map, this was on the back of it. Hi, Lainey. Thank you for coming. So this was on the back of the map, one of the images, and I loved it. So when I made the tag, instead of throwing this away because it wasn't map paper, I saved it to back my tag with. So that made it onto the back of my tag. There's another one of the Artie Mae's envelopes with a lady on it and one of her tags. Another bead dangle. This one has a heart, hidden paper clip with the word dream. It's a little flower embellishment, but still plenty of journaling places and places for whoever gets the journal to put things under there to tuck them in. Little tuck spot with butterflies on it on the back of a map page. Another bead dangle with crystals and a heart. I'm trying to get it to where I can hold it still. Crystals and a heart. A book paper that I embellished and put ribbon on. There's one of the ladies. I just added some flowers and a butterfly down there. One of those partial pages. 2 ladies there. Another one of the book dangles or bead dangles. And there's one of my ladies. And these come black and white if you do find them on the internet. Thank you, Lainey. So these do come black and white. Hi, Mary. Thank you for coming. You made it to a live. These come black and white, and I colored them in. One of those Artie Mae's envelopes and a journaling card. I just decorated this page with some roses. Here's another one of the bead dangles I made. Now, this one was made with butterflies from Dollar Tree. I glued them together. Their antennas line up, and that's how I was able to attach it. The holes in the antennas. And that's on a video that I made. And another little bead dangle. Cute little birdie. One of those ladies. And another long envelope with one of the ladies on it. And a tag from Artie Mae's. More journaling space. Coffee dyed matte paper with a tuck spot. This is coffee dyed and then ink sprayed cardstock. And it's got another little paper clip with the embellishment with a heart on it. One of the envelope pockets, and it's got a journaling card and a tag. And that's just coffee dyed paper on the back. One of the long ladies again. And a tag. And I like the bling. I put plenty of bling. Plenty of room to journal on this. A lady coat with pearls. A little rose I found. Some more ladies. And these, she has a little puppy. And she has a little kitty. So I put them together because they have their little pets with them. This is the old Alabama Theater. You can look that up online. It's a landmark here in Alabama. And it was a picture on the back of my map. Again, on the back of the map paper. So I saved the image and put it on the back of the card. Or that tag. Here's another one of these. And I just didn't put a ribbon on that one because it's thin paper. So I chose to leave that one without a ribbon. And a tuck spot. I love this image of the ladies walking in the water. I guess it's two ladies and a man walking in the water. One of those roses again. One of those guest checks. Another bead dangle on a hidden paper clip. And we are now at the end of this one. That's what the back of it looks like. So, and there it is with all its little bead dangles hanging down. I love the dangles. They are so pretty. So I'm going to tie her up, and then we will get out the third one after I check on chat. See how we are doing. These are going to get listed in my Etsy store. I will put all the information down below. So if you want one of them, ladies, they are up. They'll be listed in the Etsy store, available. Once the video processes and I can go back in and edit it. So, oops, extra ribbon. This is the third one. And this is the one I am calling Zinnia Rose. And it's a fluffy. I didn't tie it very tight either, but you can't really, because it's a fluffy puffy. So they are, hang on, they're hiding in there. They're hiding. There are its dangles. And while we look at that, I am going to pull up chat. Oops, and tilt the phone. Yes, Mary, it's finally done. And I have 2 more ready to go and get started on once I get my table cleaned off, get all this put up, and I'll be able to take out, again, what I need for those. You watch the one with the dangles, Lainey? I love making them. Thank you, Tina. Hi, Yadel or Yaddle. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. So this is the third one, and this one is Zinnia Rose. Again, it's got the cover embellishment. It's got the 2 embellishments holding the ribbon in place. And they are on there with the 6,000. They're not going anywhere. This isn't going anywhere either. I sat last night like this for like 30 minutes till it glued down when I could let go of it and it not pull away. But it's E6000. This one also has a large pocket on the inside of it, but it also has that waterfall pocket on the inside of it. The cover's made with the napkin. Again, just different colors. It's the same napkin with different colors. We have a waterfall pocket with 5 tucks with tags, 22 full-size pages, 12 smaller pages, 4 envelope pages with tags, 12 pockets, and tuck spots with journaling cards and tags. And those, when I say it's like 22 full-size pages, that is not front and back. It's 44 with front and back. And I'll put all that information on Etsy. So let's go on and get this one open and take a look. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. So here's the front cover of this one. Paper from Walmart. Oh, my words, y'all. No, it did not come from Walmart. It came from the internet. An image I got off the internet. She's got that pull-out pocket with that journaling card on it. I'm going to go back and put lace. I missed this. I will put something around the edges of this envelope before it goes out the door because I missed that part. But here's that waterfall. It's actually a reverse waterfall. They don't lift up. I made it to be a waterfall. Then I put it in the other way. So we have all these 5 tucks. I could have made a 6th tuck spot by not gluing the back up here down and just gluing the edges. But that would have been huge. So I left it like this. It's got these. Now these come in this set sized like this. So I got to use all of them in here. All the different sizes. And I did decorate the fronts of each of these little sections with embellishments. A nice big journaling spot, and then our first dangle with a heart on it. Some pretty little sunflowers. Big journaling area. Lady with some bling. Put some ribbon at the bottom of her. I just didn't like them floating in space, so I anchored them. A pretty little bird tag there. A piece of ledger paper with a nice journaling area on it. Another one of the ladies. One of the envelopes that are glued down with 2 tags. These ladies, and I think my husband just drove up. And she's got a tuck spot or a journaling card. And I just put a bow below her neck. Then we got a lady here, and we got another one of these with a butterfly on it. A little postcard on the back. Another little card with a bow and a pearl. A lot of bling for her. I used a bird stamp and a butterfly stamp to embellish the pages a little bit, not to take away from the journaling. And not to add any more bulk than I already did. Because these are fluffy. There's another bead dangle. I don't know, can y'all see that? And then another one of those already made envelopes with the tag, and I just put ribbon across there and pearls down the side. This was an Artie Mae's envelope, and it was sewing themed, so I printed out her butterflies and put over the top of that so we didn't see the sewing machines, and used a tag. Added ribbon to the page. This is a stamp I found that looks like lace. One of those tree-lined journaling cards with coffee dyed paper on the back. The 2 little ladies. Another one of the bead dangles on the paper clip. Here's that tuck spot they all have. Some music paper. 2 ladies in here. I just put a little piece of lace with some bling on it and some flowers. I loved these teacups, so they are throughout all 3 as well. This is little birds and a dangle with an angel. I put a rose. This was a button, and I cut the shank off the button and glued it in. I figured it couldn't add any more bulk at that point. I mean, it was already fluffy puffy, and I'm like, what's that rose going to do? It really can't hurt. So that was my thinking. It was already fluffy puffy. One little rose wasn't going to hurt it. That was a journaling card that I glued down and then put lace around. Some more embellishments I found on the internet and cut out. This is a heavily, well, it's coffee dyed, and it got the, I don't know if you watched the video where we named these. This sometimes happens with your coffee dyed paper. It gets these little black spots. We called them, we named it coffee pox. It happens when you bake your coffee dyed paper on one of the older blackish looking cookie sheet. It leaves these little puffy coffee pox spots. If you put wax paper, you still get coffee pox. If you put aluminum foil, it eliminates the coffee pox. So I had the coffee pox on here, and I decided just to spray it with some alcohol inks and try to hide them a little bit. So that's what happened with that paper. Got coffee pox on it. It's not contagious, doesn't affect other papers, but baking it on a black cookie sheet will do that. Here I just put a little piece of ribbon with some bling, one of the little flowers. Here's a little bead dangle on a paper clip that's got some pink flowers on it, some more bling, some ribbon or lace, little tuck spot. And this tuck spot part right here is made out of a napkin put on book paper. And that's just on there with glue stick, but it feels just like the paper. And this is a tag with matte paper on the back. Here's a little tuck spot with a tag in it. A pretty rose with a bead dangle with a heart on it. There's one of those lady images, some roses. Here is another bead dangle with a butterfly. And on this side, it's got another little butterfly with a calla lily. Here's a tuck spot with a little journaling card with a lady on it, on matte paper, the piece of cardstock that they all have, an envelope pocket with a journaling card, and when we flip it over, we have a tag on the other side. And this lady has her little puppy with her. Then we have another bead dangle on a ticket. Pretty cardinal there. I guess that's a cardinal. It's not all red though, so I don't know whether that's a cardinal or not. Maybe a robin, but it's still a pretty bird. Put this up here with these roses on it. Stamp the little birdie. And there's another piece of the ribbon with the bling. And I may go back through and do that on some of the pages and the other ones as well, because I like that, and it's only in this one. Here's a tuck spot with a tag, and I forgot to put ribbon on that one. I will make sure I get some ribbon on that one. I was looking to see if I had a piece of ribbon laying here, I'd do it real fast. But I didn't put it all away. And then here we have the envelope page with a tag with matte paper on the back. In that image. Two of these little tags again. A big one just here, one of those bigger ones, and I just glued it down. A journaling card, but it's glued down. That's got the glitzy stuff. This is just a tuck spot, and I put this little heart thing, and you can journal there, of course. Here's a journaling place. One of our ladies in our last bead dangle in this book or journal, and I need to go over this too. I got to get this envelope on this one. The lace on those pages needs to be done. And there's the back cover. So that's the end of Zinnia Rose. And I will go through before this leaves here, and whoever buys it, those pages will be finished. Those the bigger envelopes, the front and the back. I don't know how I missed putting lace on those, but they will be, and that one tag will have its little ribbon on it. So here they all are together. That one seems to be fluffier than the rest. They all have the same number of pages. That's interesting. See if I can get them all on here. Well, sort of. There they are, all three of them. The triplets. I'm not going to leave them that way, though, because I don't want to. We're just going to let one stay. Well, we'll leave this last one to look at. Oh, I guess I could have tied it tighter and it wouldn't have been so poofy. But anyway. So I'm going to go back, and look at chat. Thank you, Rain Girl, about the tag waterfall thing. And thank you about the paper. And I keep tapping my phone. I'm sorry. Thanks, Mary. So that is the three of them. All done. All completed. Ready to go. Well, except for the envelope things in here that need more lace on them, because how I missed that in that one tag. I guess you can miss stuff going through them over and over again. So we have any questions or anything? That didn't take as long as I thought it would, so we can sit and chat for a moment. Did I lose everybody? My chat is either not moving or y'all are being very quiet. And I don't know whether it's the chat not moving, y'all quiet, or I'm not on anymore. In which case, I'm just talking to myself. You did get to watch them all grow up, Joe. You're right. And you were a great person to bounce ideas off of, and I appreciate that in our little private chats, especially with this being my first journal. And then, like, when I decided to take it apart, Joe was who I bounced that idea off of. And I'm going to credit Artie Mays with that. I went back and watched one of her older videos where she had made a 3-signature journal. It got to be too fluffy and puffy to be usable. And she put it apart and turned it into 3 journals. And so that is what I opted. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for coming. Oh, this thing is so. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry you're sick. So she took hers apart and turned it into 3 journals. And I was like, oh, that's what I can do. Because really, y'all, this journal, when it was all together, I'm going to untie her again. It only would open this far. And you can't use a journal when it only opens. Trust me, I was having fun gluing stuff into it because I was doing that at first. Then I found that one video from Artie Mays where she took hers apart, turned it into 3 journals with 1 signature each. And that's what her solution was. So I'm like, there's my solution. So I went on and did that, and it worked out to be the better option than trying to sell this as one big fatty patty, huge thing. And tying this is proving to be a little difficult right this moment. So Artie Mays had a great idea. If you make too much of a fatty patty, turn it into other things. And the bad thing was mine was already all glued in to the cover. It was all sewed in. I had a hidden spine. So I had to take it completely apart. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry about that. I am not. These are going to go in my Etsy store. I don't have an auction planned at any time, so I was just going to put these in the Etsy store. Another option I have, and y'all are on here, I'm going to give you input because I may not want to put them in Etsy. So I'm going to listen to your input. I have a Facebook page, Foxy Creations on Facebook. It is not a group. You don't have to join anything. But I thought about, because I can sell things on that Facebook page, putting them on there, putting what the starting bid should be, or, what I'm willing to take minimum. And then everybody comment. And I can leave it open for, say, 3 or 4 days. And you can just go as you want. Last person in, because I think comments, however the comments on Facebook work, newest comments go to the bottom. So I would go down and look at the bottom when that's closed. And whoever had the higher bid at the close would be the one that got the journal for that cost. So I could do it either in the Etsy store, flat rate, first come, first serve, or I can do them through the Facebook page. And that would go through, everything's going to go through PayPal. I will ship overseas. However, shipping is not free. So you would have to be willing to pay the shipping on it. So what do y'all think is the way to go? Either in Etsy or the Facebook page. Which way do you think would be? Because I could do it both ways. I wouldn't want to do it both ways. I wouldn't want to put them in Etsy and put them on Facebook. I need to choose whether they're going to go Facebook or Etsy. Well, with the Facebook page, people that want to auction something off, I belong to groups where they auction off jewelry and well, not really jewelry. It's people that make hand blown glass beads. Well, they can't make those in bulk. So they'll put up, they may make 2 or 3 of a certain kind, and they put them on that site, and they'll say starting bid has to be say $10 for 3 beads. And they put it up, and in the description, they tell you when that particular item is going to close, the bidding on it. So it's just like an auction in that sense, except we're not doing it live. You go to the Facebook page, you look at the item, You look at the comments and see if you want to raise the bid or not. Well, I don't know, because I have several groups, Joe, that I can post in that they're for sale. So, and my Facebook page gets somewhat traffic. Plus, I can also promote it. I can go in there and promote all three of these, and Facebook will push it out. So I don't know. I was thinking, though, seriously, of putting them in Etsy and then just posting the links. And that way it's a flat cost plus shipping. And I'm going to weigh them so I can put how much they weigh in the description, so that if you are overseas, you'll know. They all fit in a flat rate box. So for here, I'm going to put them in a flat rate mailer. And they will fit in a flat rate mailer, one of those $5.95 flat rate or $6.95 or whatever they are, flat rate mailers. So that's what the shipping would be if you're in the States, the flat rate mailer shipping. Because they will fit in there. For overseas, though, they go by weight. So I don't know what that would be. But I might list 2 of them in Etsy and do 1 of them on Facebook, just so I have something to compare. But they are definitely going to, I think Etsy's where I was going to put them to begin with. I am, once this video uploads, I'm going to come back in and edit the description, and my Etsy shop will be listed in the description so that you can get to these. I have to wait for YouTube to process the video, because you can't edit it until after it's processed. So once it processes fully, I can go in. I'll already have them in the Etsy store. I can put the links in for each one of them. So that's what I'm looking at. And they are my first journals. They are, I mean, there's a lot of pages and stuff, but I'm aware it is my first journal. There are some mistakes. I'm not going to go over what those are in case y'all didn't notice. To me, there's mistakes that I learned a lot making them. So my next ones are going to be better. So that's going to, affect how I price them. But I learned a lot, and I love it. I think journals, like I said in my last live video, is probably where I'm going to stay for a while, because I have so many different journal ideas running through my head. Everything. Like the other day, I don't do Halloween. We trick-or-treated as kids. I just don't decorate for Halloween. And so I had never thought about doing a Halloween journal, but everybody's doing Halloween journals. So I thought, okay, let me look around on the internet, see what kind of images. Y'all, do you know you can make like 4 or 5 different kind of Halloween journals? You can do kid-friendly, cute kid-friendly. You can do whimsical kid-friendly. You can do kid-friendly, Casper the Ghosty kind of thing. Not young kids, but you can, like the first one I was saying when I said cute kid-friendly is like cartoon. The second one, whimsical. Then you have the other, you can still do friendly, not scary, but then you can go dark. You can do steampunk Halloween. You can do really dark, like Jack Skellington kind of Halloween thing. And I'm like, I'm looking at all these different images, and I'm thinking of how to divide them all out to make sense out of them. Thank you, Joe. And I'm thinking, is there really a need for this many types of Halloween journals? So what I want to do, instead of making a Halloween journal, is make a Halloween glue book and put them all together. Because I downloaded images for all of them. And I'm not going to make all of those. But a Halloween glue book would be fun. Yes, I used Weld Bond glue all throughout. This is E6000, the front cover stuff, but Weld Bond is pretty much what's holding everything in here. And the paper clips, well, the paper clips, y'all. The way that I'm going to have to add it again. The bead dangles are made and then they are put on paper clip. They're just strung around, and they're on there. Yes, they will come off if the paper clip comes off and they roll around to the end. But they're not going to go there right now because the paper's holding it in place. So they're not going to come off at all because of how they're put on. Now to tie her back up again. So I don't think we have any problem there. And nothing coming off. It's all well glued. But I have several, like I already have 2 journals in planned for starting Monday. 2 different ones. One is an altered book, Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. I think you've heard me talk about that one. And the other one is a brand new one I decided to do. So those are both coming up. Starting Monday, because tomorrow it's going to take me all day to clean this table off. Y'all have no idea what my table looks like beyond where you can see. Trust me, this is the only, what you can see is the only clean spot on this table. That and where the drawer's pulled out, but that's it. The rest of my table is buried. You want to see the table? No, you don't. It is over here. There's a stack of stuff. See it? Sort of. If I don't move it, if I'm not careful, I'm going to have it craft a lunch. Thank you, Yadel. You have a great evening, too. Be sure and like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I definitely appreciate you coming. This is new printed out paper, printed on coffee dyed paper for journals upcoming. Experiments and that kind of thing. Like in my next journal, I know it's going to be small. So an experiment was resizing those tall, skinny envelopes of Artie Maze's, which is why I like her stuff. It can be resized. So I resized them this way. I turned them sideways. I don't like the tops got cut off of those, but oh, you know, next time I just won't fill the page. And I also printed them this way. This is with them turned sideways on the page. So, well, maybe not. How did I do that? Well, yeah, one is up and down sideways, and the other one I turned the paper sideways and put them so they would be smaller. So I don't know which way I kind of like. These are very small. But again, like a ticket, just a small something. I watched a video today from Paula. Oh, I wish I could remember her last name, you guys. It's Paula. She makes journals. If y'all know, please put it in there. But she made like a little zine. It was a little small, skinny zine that would fit in a pocket like that. And when you opened it up, it had 3 wider pages. The way she folded it made it narrow, but when it opened, it was double-sized. 3 pages on each side that could be journaled on. So something like that. And I was like, oh, that is so cool. She is also the one that showed me how to do the bead, the paperclip beads on her video. And so I linked it. But I've been watching a lot of her videos, and I wish I could remember her last name right now. That's horrible. Well, hang on. If I can get this to come up, I can check in the... Oh, it's not the ephemera ideas one. Go back. It's the Happy Meal and bead dangles. I put it in the description. Paula Fiercer is who it is. So if you go to Paula Fiercer's channel, one of her latest videos was this little tiny zine that folds up and makes like a ticket size that will fit in those envelopes. So I thought about that for the next one. Something to pull, to pull out and be able to journal on. So that's an idea. I love watching everybody's, come up with these neat and interesting ideas for things that we already use, like a zine, but coming up with a different way to use a zine. Or something like that. And I did keep all of my offcuts from my papers that I've already cut for my other journal. I've got papers printed out for my Rebecca Sunnybrook Farm images I found on the internet. That is totally in the public domain. I don't have to worry about altering the book in any way or using any images that I found because of the age of the material. So that's my altered book. And then I have another junk journal that I'm making with coffee dyed paper with printed images that I found on the internet and that kind of thing. So those are my next two. That's going to start Monday or Tuesday. Tomorrow I'm going to spend finishing up the embellishments on this one, that tag and the lace, and cleaning my table off and getting reorganized because it looks like a ribbon store threw up on my table, a ribbon and lace store. I have like 10 rolls of ribbon out, 3 different colors of bling or 4 different colors of bling. And hi, Kristen. You can't find her in not my last video. It's on, there's a link for her. What video is this? And I'm going to link her below here. But there's a link on the Happy Mail and Bead Dangles video. There's a link for Paula Fiercer there. But the video that she did, if you want to just do a search for that video, Paperclip Bead Embellishments was the title of it. I also linked on that video Elizabeth Brewer's Bead Dangles. And let's see, Junk Journal Paper Clips, my paperclip tutorial. Those are from Elizabeth Brewer on that video as well. So that video, there's several different things that are linked below it. So if you go back, and I don't want to lose anybody, so you might want to wait. But yeah, go back to that video. Those links are there, and that'll get you to Paula's channel. I just discovered Paula, and it is really cool because she's got some really cool ideas. Kristen, how are you today? And we are finished with the walkthrough of the journals. I'm sorry that you missed that, Kristen. But you can always watch the playback. There were 3 of them. They all 3 are the same pretty much because they were signatures for one big journal, but that didn't work out. But I definitely enjoy having you here. Hi, Sue. How are you? And how's your mom? You are so welcome, Elizabeth. Okay, they're in the description box below. Like if you pull up the video and then you hit the little, if you're on a phone, when you pull up the video, turn your phone up and down like you're like normal, hit the little drop down arrow below the video, and that's where all the links will be. Here, let me show you. So on this phone, oh Lord, I'm on the Happy Mail and Bead Dangles video. Below the video is this arrow, and here are the links for all of the things I put in here. Things I mentioned. I mentioned Dollar Bead. I mentioned the Let the Wishing Begin, which starts on Sunday morning. She puts her video up for wishing. Karen Gillespie's Bead Store. Elizabeth Brewer's 2 videos that she referenced when we were in the chat. Hi, Julia. Thank you for coming. Well, I can go back through one if you would like, because I had several people that came in, and we can go back through one of them. And then there's the Paula Fiercer Paperclip Bead Embellishments one. And that's going to be on the one that looks like this with the stamps on it. Below it in the description is where all those links are. And now let me go back to my video that we're on and go back to chat. I've had several. Oh, you're welcome, Rain Girl. I've had several people that just came in. Hi, Nathan Likes Drums. How are you today? And Julia and Sue just came in. So, I mean, I can go back through it if you all would like. I can go through one. It's not a problem. They are all pretty much the same. So for those that just came in, because it doesn't take long to go through one, we'll go through this one. It is the purple one. These are going to get listed in my Etsy store. So this Rain Girl, the same thing when this one gets put up. Once it's published by YouTube, I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit that description where the drop down was that I just showed you on that other video. That's where the link to my Etsy store is going to be to get to these 3 journals. So this is the one that I'm calling Iris Rose. It's got this rose embellishment on the front cover. They all have the same, one difference is the color. It's got a little metal embellishment here holding the ribbon, and that's the same on front and back. Those are E6000 down. They are not coming off. In this one, in the cover, we have this really pretty paper that I found on the internet. Oh, Tanya's on her way. Let me wait for Tanya so I don't have to do this twice. I'll just stop right there. She is. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for coming. Okay, so this one I'm calling Iris Rose. They will be listed in my Etsy shop once the video uploads. It's got the rose embellishment on the metal with these little metal embellishments holding on the ribbon. This is a purple ribbon. This is a napkin that Tanya sent me through Happy Mail that I put on the cover. She sent me all of these napkins, just in different colors. This one's got some really pretty rose, purple rose paper. And then it's got this really pretty lady. They all have this pull-out pocket, and this one has a blank journaling spot on the back, but a pretty image on the front. Let me put it back in its little pocket. And also, let me go on and cover everything. It has the one large pocket, the one cover embellishment, 24 full pages. And that means that, like, I counted this as a full page. So it's front and back, full pages. And then 14 of the smaller pages, 4 envelope pages, 14 pockets and tucks with tags, 10 bead dangles with charms. It's made with handmade coffee dyed paper and internet images and internet bound backgrounds that are printed. So, and I fussy cut all this stuff out that's glued in. This is an envelope. Oops, my little tag's coming undone. I need to glue that down. This is an envelope pocket I made just by folding up the envelope. So I had a tuck and a pocket. Put a little heart journaling card in there. Here we got a tag. Here is a hidden paper clip with a bead dangle on it with an angel. Oh, great. That will be awesome. I will definitely watch that. And that's got that little angel on it. And then here we have a smaller page with a lady image. We have another lady on the back of that. Nice big journaling area there with ribbon. And I put ribbon and lace throughout and bling because I just love all that. Here's a pocket that I downloaded from artymaze.com. It's a free download. I put a tag in that, backed with the back of matte paper. Here's another little partial page. It's on the back of a map. It's got a tag. It's another one of those little envelopes that I folded. And it's got this tag with matte paper on the back. I didn't waste any of my map paper when I coffee dyed it. And this is one of the ladies. And these come black and white. If you find the image on the internet, they're black and white. They're not colored. I colored mine. And it's got a bead dangle with a heart and a little tab. And then there's this lady. I love the feathers in her hat with a butterfly. This is one of the envelope pockets. And yes, go on and sub everybody. Y'all support each other. If they don't like us to say so. Support each other. If you don't, if you're not already supporting each other, go on and do that. We want to support everybody. It helps the community grow. And we can learn so much stuff from each other. And I will definitely make sure I am supporting everybody. And we have this envelope pocket. And then we have this page. And that's just a ledger paper that I coffee dyed that I hijacked from my husband. He wasn't using them. And here's some bling around this little page. Another partial page. This is a guest check with a lady that these also come black and white I colored it. Stamped some butterflies on there. Oh, we have a bead dangle with a butterfly. Again, these are, and this is in my dangle video, these are Dollar Tree butterflies glued together and then hooked onto the end of my eye pin to make those. This is an Artie Mae's envelope. It's a long, skinny envelope. She also has the free download for the long tag to go in it. And that's a lady I found on the internet, and I put book paper behind her. Another guest check. Here's another envelope pocket. Coffee dyed paper. And I don't know what made that design, but I love it. It looks marbly. Another one of our paper clips with a, there it goes, bead dangle that got tangled up. This one is made to look like an angel. I don't know if y'all can, whoops, let me get it back up here. See that or not? It's got a little head, some wings, and a body. That was on my first bead dangle video that I did. Not the very last one, but the one prior. I put bling around that picture. Used another envelope, one of Artie Mae's, another one of her tags with advertising on it. And put bling. A tuck spot with a little journaling card with pearls across the top. A little postcard on a paper clip with another little bead dangle on it. This lady, and she had little butterflies with her. And some embellishments on that book paper. A big paper for journaling on. Some ladies. Music paper. Another one of my ladies on a bead dangle. What is going on with my bead dangles? My wire is, it's very thin wire, so it's very malleable. But we got her fixed, and that's got an angel on the bottom. And that's just a paper clip at the top. So somebody can use that as a tuck spot on both sides. And there's the center of this book. A little butterfly. Here's a tuck spot made out of a napkin on book paper with a tag and coffee dyed paper on the back. Some roses. Another lady with book paper. Artie Mae's tag. Artie Mae's envelope. Want to give her credit for those. Oh, and a dangle attached to the lace in the shape of an angel again. I think you can see that one better. Here's one of those ladies that I've been putting on the paper clips with pearls around her. A little tag on the paper. The little kitty. I love these little the little pets that they had with them. That's our, is that our cover lady? Nope. That's one of the other cover girls from the other ones. Put 3 little butterflies down here. I did paint this key. Journaling card in there. This is the back of matte paper. Another envelope with a different lady on it. And I put pearls down the side to decorate the envelope and the tag. Another bead dangle with a heart on it. And a little butterfly image. These are domino images that I found on the internet. They're supposed to be for dominoes. They work perfect as paperclip covers. So this is an envelope page. And it's got a journaling card and a tag. And then there's this lady, and I put green bling around her and that bird. Here is another bead dangle on a paper clip. So plenty of places for someone to add stuff and tuck stuff in. And plenty of places to journal or glue in items. Partial page with a bird, which I cut him off of something I found on the internet. He was on another page. The last envelope page with a journaling card on turquoise paper. One of these great big, these are throughout all 3, these rose tags. Okay, hang on. We're dancing on the ceiling. There we go. YouTube, since they did their last update, my app stops almost every single time I'm on a live. The app just stops. Luckily, it does let me always come back. I'm very thankful for that. I haven't lost a stream yet. And I should just write myself a note to say that at the beginning of every single stream, that it could happen. And I'll be back. But this is an Artie Mays envelope. They're free downloads. And I put this journaling card in there. Another bead dangle that I attached to the ribbon on that page. One of the smaller pages with a little postcard on it and a little bird. And this is the last page in our book. And this is the back of the envelope. And it's got bling on this side, place to journal or glue in. Really pretty picture here, and that's the back cover. And they are all pretty much the same thing because they were signatures. So all the signatures were going to be made the same. So they all pretty much have the same things in them. They're just a different, like the covers are different color. The roses on the cover are a different color. So that's where the differences are. And the ribbons that tie them closed are different. So those of you that just came in, what do you think? These are going to go in my Etsy store once the video uploads and I can edit. I'm going to put them in my Etsy store and put that link down below in the description box. Bye, Rain Girl. Thank you for coming and showing support. I really appreciate it. And I am working on doing that on my, my internet's so slow. Making sure I've got everybody. I do believe I do, though. I think I do. I think everybody that came in today, I've got everybody. But I will check when, because this one, this little phone that I'm using for chat is on the Wi-Fi. And you see what my Wi-Fi does. We're on 4G through Verizon, and it doesn't do this. So this is why I don't use Wi-Fi, because it's horrible. So, does anybody have any questions or anything? We are going to be doing the altered book, Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. I showed it a while back and explained how I tore the pages out of it to alter it and referred to a video for how to do that. And that is Crafty Irene. I think it's Crafty Irina. Has a video on that, how to alter a book and how to tear out the pages and glue pages together. So I used her video for that. I kept the images, and I'm going to go back over that when we get started on that one. And then I'm doing another junk journal that I'm using a Little Debbie peanut, what are they called? Nutty Buddies box for my book cover. So those are my next two journals coming up. And so that starts Monday or Tuesday. Hi, Julia. Sure, I already said hi, but in case I didn't. So probably Tuesday, because I know Monday, tomorrow, I'm going to clean my table off and see if there's anything else I need to finish up project-wise. Then I'm going to start those two. I'm also going to be starting that photo album / journal for my niece's birthday. And I'm going to tell you, for those of you in here, that will always show up because I don't want Shauna to know what I'm doing because she subscribes. That will be listed as my secret journal. So anytime I'm working on that one, it'll show up with the title of my secret journal. And that's the one I'm making a journal / photo album memory book for my niece for Christmas. But hopefully that she won't watch. She doesn't really watch. She's just subscribed. Thread for the signatures. One moment, Elizabeth. And I will show you. What I used. I just have to get it out of my bin because I've already thrown it in the bin. I think I threw it in the bin. Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all, this is my ribbon bin. And right now it's a mess. And there's a different bin it all goes in. This is just the working ribbon bin. Elizabeth, I don't know what kind of thread it is. Hi, Kathy. Well, thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate it. So this is what it is. It's very sturdy. It's very sturdy thread. On my one that I'm going to be making, I'll show you. Currently, it's in a Ziploc baggie. I've already put the cover on here. This one, I'm going to do a beaded spine. So they're sewed in. Well, okay, Elizabeth, here's the thing. They are sewed. Then they're glued in, so this is a hidden spine. So I sewed them first, and then I glued them in. This one, I am not doing that way. This one, I'm going to do a beaded spine so that it won't be hidden. But I've got that's upside down. Let's turn the little girl upside up. I've got really pretty turquoise and black beads that would be awesome. Yes, Joe? Kathy, you are so funny. Setting the phone back straight. Okay. So I've got I've got black Swarovski pearls, and I've got some really pretty turquoise beads that would be awesome down this spine. And so this one is going to have the beaded spine. It will not be hidden. They will be sewn in with a beaded spine, which I learned from Dances with Pit Bulls, Rebecca. And when I get to that, I will link her video because I love those. And I've made one before. I've made a couple of them on like little toilet paper journals. So this one's not going to be a hidden spine. It's going to be sewed in with the beads. These are sewn in, as you can... Hang on. So if I go to the middle, you can see where the thread is, and it is sewn together, 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and then the whole thing is glued to the cover, and that was fun. I think I really like beaded spines better and not hidden spines. Hidden spines they're gorgeous. A hidden spine is gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but they're just a little bit more difficult to work with than if you do it where you can see the binding. And now she's all tied back up. And I'm going to put this one. This is the papers I've printed out so far for this journal. I've cut them down. I've coffee dyed them all. And I'm just putting them. They're not in any kind of signatures or anything yet. I made the cover. That's one of the ones we're going to be working on. Oh, I don't want to have a craft lunch over there either. So now for those, when I do Lainey, which flowers? The flowers from the wallpaper on the outside, you won't see them on the inside if you glue it to your box. So if you glue that to your box, or do you mean the flowers on the inside cover? Oh, that's a good one. I would say look for background images or wallpaper. That I do believe the one image, the flowers, one of the ones I found was a wallpaper image on Pinterest, and it was just like a picture of a piece of wallpaper. You could print that out. You might be able to find something very similar. Take a picture of your wallpaper and print it out, scan it and print it. And then you would have the same flowers on the inside as the outside. So you could do both. I'm going to do a video with the beaded spine. Now for that, I'm a beader. I've made beaded jewelry. And there's, if you go to my Foxy's Creations page on Facebook, you can see some pictures of some of the beaded and polymer clay jewelry that I've made. I have 10-pound test fire line. So it takes 10 pounds of pressure to break that. There's not going to be 10 pounds of pressure put on these signatures. So I'm not worried about putting that in there. So I will be using the 10-pound test fire line. I know it will go through all of my beads. And I'm going to use a beading needle once I get the holes poked to do that with. So I will be using beading thread, a beading needle, and that kind of thing. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that because you are one of my inspirations. You definitely are. I've been watching you for a long time. I don't comment and I lurk. I'm more into the commenting now that I'm doing videos on my own. But I was a lurker. I've watched your videos for a long time. I've watched you fry paper. That's how long I've been watching your videos. I actually was watching your videos when you first got your first camera and Stacy was helping you set it up to go live the first time. So I've been watching you for a while. And you're an inspiration for me in making journals. And you've got some really cool ideas. Oh, cool, Lainey. That would be great. I would, if I wanted it on both, I would just take a picture of it or scan it on the printer. Now, if you scan it on your printer, you want to spray it with some kind of spray fix because inkjet ink runs. So I use Krylon matte finish, clear, and I spray mine so that it won't run. Now, these were napkins. I didn't have a problem with that. Oh, I am cleaning up the table, Joe, before I do anything else. My husband has forbidden me to fry paper. That's funny. He told me that when I was making coffee dyed paper. He goes, "You're not going to fry that, are you?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Well, I don't want to have to stand behind you like Elizabeth's husband and have to hold the fire extinguisher." He was watching that with me. So, no. Oh, you are so welcome, Julia. I really appreciate y'all coming. You're going to be crafting with Stacy tonight, Elizabeth? Oh, that will be cool to watch. That will be cool. Well, I need to get off of here. I got to get dinner cooking and everything. But so look for me again, probably Tuesday. I will post in all the groups that I posted in today. But it'll probably be Tuesday and not Monday. Because I got to get the table cleaned up, make sure I have everything organized and that kind of thing. Dolls. Oh, what kind of dolls? See, Elizabeth. Oh, you're welcome, Lainey. That's another thing. Elizabeth, I watched her make a doll out of, I don't know, a dish container, dish soap container. And then somebody sent her those little cone thingies, and she made dolls out of those. I was very, very impressed. She made these dolls. So what kind of dolls are you making with? You're going to have Chinese. Oh, cool. What kind of dolls are you going to be making tonight, Elizabeth? No, Lainey, I missed her owl. I'll have to go back. I love owls. I love owls. There's on my Facebook page, which I will link below, there's a hand beaded. I bead embroidered an owl. And I made a pair of earrings and a necklace and bracelet. Well, the necklace is the bead embroidered owl. What am I saying? I made bracelet and earrings to match it. And it looks very boho. Stacy's channel tonight. Okay. I will be watching for that. Elizabeth, I will. Yes, everyone, thumbs up before you go, please. And then I'll be back with the journals. I still have some polymer clay things I need to get made at some point. So I may do like, I don't know what the schedule, I'm just like thinking out loud here. Journaling one day and maybe like come live again later in the week with like polymer clay. Right now I want to make ornaments. I bought several things after Christmas last year that I haven't gotten to use yet because it was after Christmas. So I want to do the polymer clay ornaments. There's some other things I want to make. So we may be jumping around a little bit, different crafts kind of thing. Thank you, Julia. You have a great day. And thank you again for coming. I really, really appreciate it. So I don't know yet. I'm just kind of bumping things around. But I will definitely be watching Elizabeth tonight making dolls. I love to watch her make dolls. I don't know what kind we're going to make, but I'm going to watch and learn. So I am going to get off of here, y'all. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. I'll be back Monday or Tuesday. More than likely Tuesday. Don't look for me on Monday, but because I got to clean the table up and get stuff together for the next 2 journals. They're pretty much together, the items that I need, but I'm just going to make sure. So I'm going to do all that. And then I will see you all on Tuesday live, unless I see you in another stream, because I will be watching on live streams. So I hope to see y'all on other streams and chat with you some more. Thank you again for coming. Look for these in my Etsy store as soon as the video uploads. And I can put the link in. Thanks, and y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Bye, everybody.